Tonight, from London, England, it's the NFL International Series on EA Sports. As we'll see Jacoby Brissett and the London Monarchs taking on Tyrod Taylor and the Austin Armadillos.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle with their opponents. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll have the speedy Tyrod Taylor calling the shots, the former Virginia Tech Hokie.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about it being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
Here's the first carry now for Frank Gore. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. The numbers for Gore on the ground last week. Pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
On 2nd and 7, Taylor. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. So now you've got their offense coming out for the first time with great initial field position. They'll be led out by their quarterback, a product of NC State. It's Jacoby Brissett. Brissett to throw on first. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line.
Oh, that was a pretty route right there because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust between quarterback and receiver. Really good completion.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. The numbers for Adams in last week's game. 6 catches, 81 yards.
Better tighten up the coverage if you expect to slow this guy down because if he gets going, he'll eat you up.
On 2nd and 9, Brissett. That's complete to John Ross. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
Throwing on 2nd and 3, Brissett. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. That chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs, gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. They'll run here with Ingram. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Out of the gun, Brissett. And he's got it. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. They're knocking on the door as they come to the line here on 3rd and goal from the 1. Ingram is in for a touchdown. Well, first quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Tristan Vizcaino for the extra point. It's up and good, and it'll give his guys a 7-0 lead. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it's Mark Ingram who caps it off with a touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Tyrod Taylor now gears up to lead his offense again. And he'll look to rebound from the early interception that led to 6 points the other way.
And when he threw the interception and he had to come to the sideline, I guarantee his first thought wasn't about the interception itself, but what could result. And I know he was thinking to himself, come on, defense, bail me out. Well, they weren't able to in this situation. Now he's got to go out and atone for it himself, but he can't force things.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a handoff for Gore. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
And looks like they've got 6 DBs on the field here for a 3rd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Taylor. He dumps this off underneath the Gore. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. A gain of 8 there on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
Obviously, they didn't get everything they wanted on that completion, but they put themselves in a spot where you've got to at least think about going for it. I know where we are on the field, but still, you've got to think about it, don't you?
They bring their punter out there now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. And coming up on their 2nd drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice, and it all came together. But I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down. Brissett. Darts over the middle. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. From the gun, here's Brissett. Pressure comes, and down he goes. It's the former Michigan man, Chase Winovich, who gets in there to bring him down.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. He'll take it a few steps in front of the 50. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Austin's offense ready to go again. And they are a game under 500 now following the loss a week ago. And this is a team, Charles, that just has not been able to string victories together.
Yeah, they're certainly going the wrong way, aren't they? Because it looked like they had things pointing in the right direction, but now they've lost 2 straight, and that means this game is vital, extremely important, because if they fall 2 games below 500, the road back into playoff contention, awfully difficult.
On 2nd down and 4, Taylor, and he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
Well, this offense will definitely utilize him as a weapon out of the backfield because he was close to 100 yards receiving a week ago. So they will try to get him the football in space as they did right there.
On 1st down, it's Gore. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. On the handoff, it's Gore. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
With a heavy set out there, 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. First carry for James Conner. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. James Conner, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Armadillos are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Well, they were looking to pick up the 1st down on 3rd and short. They got a little more than they bargained for, finding the end zone as well.
And oftentimes in short yardage situations, you get a lot of defenders stacked near the line of scrimmage, partner. So if you can get past that first wave, there's usually room to roam, and he found it.
Justin Tucker for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the 1st quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it was a touchdown run by James Conner that was the exclamation mark. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Brissett now. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
On 1st and 10, Brissett finding Ertz again. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. 3 yards remain for 2nd down. Out of the gun, they give to Ingram. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They run. It's Mark Ingram. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra...
And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Working the middle here, that's complete to Moreau, the tight end. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Brissett. They go screen. This is Ingram. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Now whistles here, and we've got a man down. Man down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Back to the running game. It's Ingram. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with 3rd down looming. A handoff. It's Mark Ingram. And he's going to get the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 22.
When you're dead last in the NFL in 3rd down conversions, the odds are against you every time you face it. How about him picking up that one? That was big for them.
A 10th carry here for Mark Ingram. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. They'll try to throw now. Brissett. That's Gallup on the slant. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line.
Boy, this is a well-orchestrated drive they've put together. You think back to how far they were backed up to start things out, but they've gone on a march since then, and now after that completion there, they've got a 1st and goal.
Throwing, Brissett. And that is caught, but he will come down. Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So not successful there on the challenge, and he'll have to be careful from here on out because he'll only have 1 challenge remaining. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Brissett sets to throw it. And it's caught. Touchdown. Amari Cooper. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Monarchs have taken the lead. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Now the try here for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. And what a drive that was. 16 plays all told. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Austin's offense ready to go again. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Throwing again on 2nd down. Taylor. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Here's Gore. He won't find a ton of space following the display of power as he's down just inside the 45. Casey Hayward makes the tackle.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down. And the line to gain here is the 37 on third down. To throw is Taylor. He's going to find his tight end, Boyle. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up fourth down.
Well, the coverage was tight that time. They allowed the pass underneath to him, but they rallied to him pretty fast, too. Converged on him and got him down. That'll bring up fourth down.
Now Justin Tucker. He has hit from 61 in his career, so he has the leg for this. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. Ingram now gears up to help lead this offense back out there. And we check the rushing numbers so far here into week 6, and the returns have been really good. Now, you're starting to hit that stride middle of the season toward the end. They're certainly hoping they can keep up this production.
They are, because one of the adages in the NFL is that defense travels and defense endures even in bad weather, right? You know what else does? A good running game. And people want that, especially as you head down the stretch. You may play outdoors in some nasty stuff. You're trying to get to the playoffs. This is the time to get it going. And individually, I don't think you should just think about 1,000 yards either. The bar has to be set higher with this beginning.
From just shy of midfield, Brissett, and past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On the draw, this is Ingram. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. From the 30 on 2nd down, Brissett caught by the tight end Ertz. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. And this one is right down the middle. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So they wind up turning the turnover into points as they convert there for 3.
Yeah, that was a nice job there to force the fumble. They recover, hand things over to their offense, and then the offense went down and got them 3. That alone, that's not enough to win a game, but both units able to do their jobs on these last 2 drives.
Back out comes this offense now late in this first half. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. Throwing now, Taylor on 1st down. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Every now and then, those guys can get lost in coverage. Quarterback didn't see him, perhaps. But, boy, what a pick. And how about the run back?
Extra point attempt here still to come. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. This offense back to work now late in this first half. And with a 3-score deficit staring him in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. Back to the air, Taylor after the pick six. Nowhere to get away, and down he goes. Taylor is sacked. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. After the sack on first down, Taylor, and he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. Now another timeout called for by the offense as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. It's complete. It's Gore. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. And they'll send out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And we shift our attention to Mark Ingram. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
He doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. Brissett's throw here complete into the hands of Ertz. And he's going to have a first down, and they get into field goal range here at the 29. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the
offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better, and I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
2nd down at 5. From the gun, it's a run for Ingram. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Off the play fake, here's Brissett. Ertz has it left side. 7 yards, the pickup there. From the 40 now on 2nd down. Brissett. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. 3rd and short yardage, Brissett. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. 40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked so well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They'll stick to the ground game with Gore. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. London about set to take over on offense. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
And now, hold on here, we've got an injury. Well, that's Devontae Adams, the wide receiver down on the ground here. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Eight yards to go on second down. Brissett. Out to the left. That's where the tight end Moreau is. Now Brissett. Looking for Cooper. That's complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Another carry for the workhorse tonight, Ingram. 69 yards on the ground for him so far. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Again, they'll run with Ingram. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw, Brissett. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And does the defense have it? They do, says the referee. We're going the other way. Well, number 1 on the list of things not to do when you're up 3 scores in the third. That right there, give the football away.
I love when you speak like that. You know how doctors talk about taking the Hippocratic oath, first do no harm? You just did the football-cratic one right there. Don't give the ball away when you have a lead that you can lock this game down with.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that challenge, a successful one. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. On the right hash, officially, this will be a 51-yard attempt. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Austin's offense ready to go again. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Taylor. He's got Gore. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. On first down, Gore. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. 2nd down and 3. Again they run, again it's Gore. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Taylor. Completing it here to Marvin Jones. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He finds his target, Ebron. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Gore. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Frank Gore with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Armadillos have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you'd kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Tucker with the extra point, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. He's playing pretty well. I don't think it's necessarily him changing up something he's doing, but that O-line, they've got to protect him better.
They do. They've got to make sure that they give him more than enough time in order to find targets downfield. And sometimes what happens when these things are going on is that the field general will step up and say, hey, that's on me, guys. I didn't get rid of it fast enough. Anything to try and relax them a little bit and take some pressure off, because they do know that they are trying.
Yeah, well, we've seen the 4 sacks so far in this contest. To throw again on second down. Brissett. Wide open, Amari Cooper. And he's brought down after a very nice gain.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense, because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. To throw is Brissett. This one complete to Ingram. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 2nd and 6. Into the air once more. It's Brissett. And this is Ertz with it, right side. The offense on 3rd down tonight, well, they've converted 7 times and could use another right now. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Brissett. Staying on his feet. But now he's swallowed up and taken down. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Boston's offense ready to go again. Well, still a long way to go, but trending upward. They scored the last time out, you remember. Then their defense forced the punt. Now they try to inch closer, but still ultimately down 2 scores in the final quarter. Ebron with it over the middle. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Taylor, a dump off here for Gore. 5 yards on 1st down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd. Taylor now to throw on 3rd down. Short little throw to Ebron. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the 1st down. Throwing again, it's Taylor. Taylor hit, he lost the football. And the defense will get their hands on it, going the other way. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
The extra point up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Taken at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Boston's offense ready to go again. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. On 1st and 10, it's Taylor. Drops it underneath to Gore. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Taylor. He completes it to Jones. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
Taylor incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. Again, it's Taylor. Short little throw to Ebron. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. On 3rd down, Taylor. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Extra point safely through, and the lead is now 24. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. Taken in at the 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Austin's offense ready to go again. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. Throwing after the interception, Taylor. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. From the gun, it's Taylor. Again, he's got that man Landry. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. So mark off the yardage for roughing the passer.
And I've seen this before. On a screen pass, not only are you rushing the passer, you're rushing him deeper than normal. And I think a little frustration kicks in at the end. You're going to hit him anyway when you shouldn't.
That catch good for only a couple. To throw again is Taylor. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Now Taylor. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. On the option, it goes to Ingram. And shedding through the tackle. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Brissett now. Slant to Adams. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Well, partner, nothing but praise from me for this offense. They have been tremendous all night long. They knew what they had to do to unlock the defense. And let's face it, this has been a master class in offensive football that we've been here to witness.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up. found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys. And when you break it down, this was just a thoroughly dominating performance.
And I truly thought that we'd have a tight game coming into this one. I think you felt the same way based on our conversation after the production meeting, but obviously not the case. And how about just how it broke open? You just all of a sudden, whoosh, there it is. This thing is pretty much done. And the crowd stayed with it to celebrate because they're like, let's enjoy watching our team play this well. This is fun.
So for the home team here, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And now it's off to Heathrow as they get set to fly back to the U.S. in a couple hours. Meanwhile, for Austin, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And they'll look to get back on the beam next week as they host the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.